Okay, so I read Nathan Larson's manifesto, and it is surprisingly good. It is not what you expect, right? You sort of expect him to justify his actions, which is fully reasonable to do. But it turns out he didn't even do what he was accused of doing. He didn't try to run away with this girl. He tried to get caught in an instance of civil disobedience. It was all planned to get caught instead of having sex. So the whole accusation of even trying to have sex is false. And no, there's nothing wrong with sex, of course. But when that accusation is not even applicable, then he thinks that makes the normies feel guilty about killing him. Basically, that's it. Or they intended to give him life in prison, ended up killing him, and it's all over bullshit, nothing, even if you believe sex is bad. And so basically, to make a long story short, Nathan believes that the normies have a conscience. And if men only appeal to that conscience, like that, maybe the worst witch hunts won't be promoted as this highest good anymore, because the normies might think that men are actually human. And that's his idea. Anyway, and now I am going to tell you what I think about that idea. I think it's completely futile, because the normies do not consider sexually egocentric men to be human. They have zero conscience for us. They just view any kind of persecution against men who have sex or have a sexuality as pest control. They are conducting a literal witch hunt, remember? They don't care about you. They don't care about it. They don't love you, even your own family, like mine demonstrated when I got arrested, right? They don't love you. They simply want to eradicate sexuality, because sexuality is the witchcraft of our times. Of course, they're all hypocrites. They have sex too, and they're no different. But they have this double thing, where they believe that they're not sexual beings, because they believe in this anti-sex bigotry. So they're not really these monsters who have sex, and we're gonna persecute these sexual monsters. And there's literally no limit to that persecution. There is no way to appeal to the conscience of normies with regard to their persecution of sexuality. They see me and Nathan and any sexually accused man as pests, and the witch hunt as pest control. You cannot appeal to their conscience, no matter how far the persecution goes. So that's Nathan's mistake, thinking that's possible. No, everybody's happy he's dead. The normies are see him as just another monster to be eradicated, and good riddance know that he is gone. And should anything happen to me, or any of you take sexuality aside, you will get the same treatment, because they hate your guts for being sexually egocentric. Nathan has left behind a beautiful manifesto. It's beautiful, but it is not going to appeal to any normie. It remains a fringe concern to somebody like me who's equally hated and hunted as Nathan. Which he can be hunted the same way and punished, killed by cops or vigilantes. Only by preaching to the choir can he have an impact. So I'm simply the choir. So you can make up your own mind. Was his choice noble or was it stupid? I mean, the choice to simply try to get caught. He knows full well, like he said in his manifesto, the chance is pretty low getting caught if you don't want to get caught. But we are activists, so we care about the bigger picture. Even though everybody has sex, those few who do get caught, they get persecuted, right? And this is also how they can have those two ideals in their head at the same time. That sex is the worst thing in the universe, that we need to eradicate by any means of the police state and vigilantes. So nothing can ever be enough. No punishment, no persecution can ever be enough for them. But at the same time, they have the same sexuality themselves. Because this persecution, if it were anywhere near accurate, right? It would be a genocide. Instant genocide. So, not that genocides can't happen. This can have a similar scale as the worst genocides. If it keeps going a little bit more, that can happen. If society doesn't collapse for other reasons, all the resources of this civilization will be channeled into, as a top priority, persecuting sexuality. That's where we're headed, which is why I hope for collapse, of the kind Galt Furberg is predicting. I think collapse is the only way this witch hunt is going to end. Unfortunately, Nathan's activism is a drop in the bucket, or it doesn't register as a moral message because they don't see that message. They literally don't have the ability to think along those lines that there could be a moral message in the other side. Like if you kill a bunch of cockroaches in your house, you don't stop to listen if they have a manifesto or feelings, anything, or any kind of justification for existing. It's like that with sexual egocentric men. The normies will not listen to any justification for our existence. They will simply try to eradicate us with any means. And with no respect for principles of justice. All that is completely irrelevant. You have a statute of limitation, no problem. Pass a new law to repeal that. No more statute of limitations. You can have retroactive laws. You can have completely made up stuff. You can simply point a finger and say this man is bad, and that's enough justification to kill him. That is how this witch hunt works. So I applaud Nathan for at least trying. His manifesto is beautiful. You should read it. But I bet you won't if you're a normie. You're not gonna read it. You're simply gonna listen to the headline that says he's a bad man with all these bad words, and that is your reality. He's a rapist, kidnapper, pedo, and so on. That's what he is. But none of that has anything to do with what actually happened. You don't care because you're a normie, right? You care no more than I would care about the emotional and political life of cockroaches. So, that's where we stand politically. That's what it is like to be a sexually egosyntonic man.